You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Mr. Dan Farris, brought to you by Notary Barn. So if you need something notarized, don't forget, big special they're doing right now at the Notary
Crazy
Barn.
Days.
Blowout.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy Days, Notary Barn, Lake Lorraine, which isn't a lake.
That's right. What do you have going on over there today, Dan?
One of my all-time favorite people and actors, James Stewart. His birthday today. James Stewart. Fantastic movie. It's a Wonderful Life, which
Jimmy
I'm
Stewart,
familiar with. And one of my favorites, The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance.
Oh, yeah.
Stars with John Wayne and Lee Marvin.
Mr.
Great
Smith
film.
Goes to Washington. Have you seen that one?
Sure did.
It was a good one.
Yes, he did.
It's a good flick.
Yep, he was all about the little guy.
Yes.
Just like every great politician.
Absolutely.
Joe Cocker.
He's a war hero, too. Did you know that?
Yeah, he was the Air Force, man.
Yeah, he was fantastic.
He had to put on weight to make the cut. They didn't take him at first because he was too thin.
Isn't that crazy?
So
I've never had that
so
problem.
he drank gravy and ate a cow. And amazing story.
That's the reason I'm not too thin. I drink gravy and eat cows all the time.
Joe Cocker.
Yes.
Had a birthday today, and one of my favorite Joe Cocker stories we were actually watching when I was married way back in the day. We're laying around and watching the film Woodstock.
Yeah.
Which, big deal back in 1969.
absolutely.
This would have been in the early 80s. And Joe Cocker comes out in his tie-dyed T-shirt and everything and does his thing. And my wife says, you can't make this stuff up. That's just incredible. Yeah, a guy can sing, man. Joe's all right. She goes, no, the fact that he's comes out and performs, obviously suffering from MS.
What?
Well, Joe had some pretty strange movements.
Oh, yeah.
And she thought it was a muscular disorder.
No, he's just dancing.
So it's like, I laughed till I stopped. Sherilyn Sarkisian is 74 today.
I don't know who that is.
Sure you do. It's Cher, John.
Oh, really? That's her last name,
I didn't
Sarkisian?
know she even had a whole name.
You bet.
I thought it was Bono.
No, birth name is Sherilyn Sarkisian. Sarkisia.
Well,
Yeah.
interesting.
Things I didn't know for 1,000, Alex.
Yeah, I
What
didn't
else is
know.
going on? This morning, it happened this day in 1927. Charles Lindbergh takes off
Oh, yeah.
from New York to cross the Atlantic for Paris, flying the Spirit of St. Louis, the very first nonstop flight.
I think I saw that plane hanging somewhere. Is that hanging in an airport somewhere?
It's in the is it Smithsonian?
Oh, maybe
no.
I didn't. I must have saw a different plane hanging
Yeah, they
somewhere.
still haven't found his luggage.
I don't think he had luggage.
But I'll tell you how far air travel has come, because that was in 1927, first transatlantic flight, nonstop. Just 68 years later, this day in 1990, the Hubble Space Telescope starts sending back photos from space.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that amazing? And
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
that really, really is. And in 1873, Levi Strauss and his then partner Jacob Davis get the patent for the very first blue jeans with copper rivets.
Those make all the difference in the world.
They sure do.
Planking in the dryer.
And you probably don't know this because you guys are a little younger, but when I was in, what is now middle school, junior high school, my brother's 2 years ahead of me, so now he's going to high school. But you were not allowed to wear jeans to school back then.
Really?
The reason they gave was because you had either
Rivets.
wooden seats and maybe some plastic seats. Those rivets are going to scrape.
I could see that.
And there was, and I want to say this was either in 69 or 70, the public schools in Minneapolis did a walkout.
Oh, really?
Yup. The boys all did a walkout protesting not being able to wear jeans.
Wow.
Oh, interesting.
Yep. But true, I went through most
never
of
thought
my
about
public
rivets.
school years
With no pants.
wearing dress pants. Or,
No pants.
or corduroys.
Oh, yeah, I remember those too.
Okay.
Yeah. Husky size.
I talked to a dude that does like recovering, upholstery recovering, and he was telling me like all the little butt art that people have now. What is this stuff called? The bedazzled butt stuff.
Oh, yeah.
rips up seats big
oh,
time.
of course it does.
So I would have never thought that the rivets would have been an issue, but yeah, all the butt bedazzles, those things.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about, Dan? You look confused. Like the jeans.
I don't wear anything on my butt, John.
Well,
so
but you've seen the
Jeans
jeans that
especially
have like the
have-
little sparkly butts on them.
Yeah.
that's kind of a little attention grabber.
Yeah,
Isn't
that's
that
what I'm
what
saying.
that's for?
What's that for?
I don't know.
The designs, when women wear pants with designs on
They're peacocking.
But they're peacock. Yes, but don't objectify me. I get it. All right. God, I am so confused by today's world. I can't even tell you.
Anyway, those things apparently rip up upholstery seats.
Apparently.
All right. Dan, thank you very much for that report, sir.
I've got a headache.
Do too. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you in part by Notary Barn.
It's the craziest notary event of the year. It's Crazy Days at Notary Barn at Lake Lorraine. Not really a lake. The Notary Barn has gone crazy, and you're going to get crazy savings on everything notary. Save 50% on marriage license applications, up to 60% on last will and testament notarizations. Buy 4 gun permit notarizations, and your 5th one is free. But that's not all. There'll be free balloons and face stamping for the kids. A free seminar on notaries through the ages, hosted by Notary Barn Assistant Manager Karen Lindquist. Plus, world-renowned notary and author Heidi Jean will be doing a book signing of her new controversial best-selling memoir, Rubber Stamping and Back Alley Vamping. Crazy Days at the Notary Barn. One day only, this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The Notary Barn at Lake Lorraine. Not really a lake. South Marion Road, Sioux Falls.
Now, more than ever, you need a credit card that offers what you need. Some cards have high rates. Some have annual fees. Some are just not very good. Usually people sign up for these when it's all they qualify for. If you've done that, it may be time to get a better credit card. Over time, your situation changes. You may qualify for a better credit card. Your current card probably won't tell you, but our site shows you many options to see if there's a better credit card for you. Check it out for free at bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for Ranger Dan's Critter Corner.
Well, I'm rough, tough, and ready. I'm a heck of a man. Eat my beans and weenies from a frying pan.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves to wrestle bears and lasso ducks. Run over possums in my government truck.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves all the campers and the animals, too. If you're picking on critters, I'm coming after you.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir. I'm Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Hey, let's spank this thing and let's spank it ugly, shall we? We got business to get to. But first, John, how you doing? Don't
good,
care.
yeah.
Ranger Dan.
You make me step lively over here. You put a
Yes.
little more giddy up in my giddy up and go. Got to tell you what. Say, Heidi, let me ask you a little something here.
Okay.
It seems to me you you gotta be Jewish because you is really hot. Oh, see what I did there?
It's,
I made a little. Sometimes I tickle my own little ranger ribs. If I weren't me, I'd hang around with me.
yeah, I would. Sure you would.
Let's get down to it. We've got some sad news to report today. I don't know if you've been following the story or not, but the great city of Sioux Falls, my sometime hometown, has decided that the public swimming pools are not going to be open.
Heard that, yeah.
Not, and that of course affects my little radio rangers, and that
It does.
That saddens my heart.
I know.
I do this for the children, or I wouldn't be doing it at all. So, little rangers, look like you're looking down the crosshairs of an entire summer, trying to keep things cool and moist with just a darn old garden hose, maybe a little sprinkler action. Maybe you got one of those bust yourself up little slip and slides that your uncle has a 1, 2 too many, and he tries to. The next thing you know, you're in urgent care. Well, your old buddy Ranger Dan, along with his associates, have been giving this a lot of thought and burning the old midnight campfire oil there, and got a little something on standby. And to meet this tragedy head on, Ranger Dan Enterprises, in conjunction, a subsidiary of Ranger Dan Global, which may or may not be a 501c3 nonprofit, excited to announce the opening of Ranger Dan's Water World.
Oh, wow.
Ranger Dan's Water World.
Quick.
Ranger Dan's Water World, conveniently located just off North Cliff Avenue at the Big Sioux Spillway in Sioux Falls. You can look forward to having hours of fun tubing down that spillway, then desperately splashing through the rapids at the bottom of the pool trying to reach shore. We've got a set admission price of just $7.95 per person.
Oh, that's not bad.
Inner tube rental, just an additional $7.95. Once that is provided, our late night trip to Nordstrom's Automotive Salvage Garrettson tonight hustles up a few hundred inner tubes.
That'd be good.
We'll keep you posted on that, but it is a little wet sunshine at the end of what's been a real dark tunnel.
There is, yeah.
We've got some things in motion on Smithfield Foods, and apparently we'll be able to run shuttles out of there about every 3 to 6 hours. So.
Oh, wow.
Ranger Dan's Water World.
I love it. I look forward to saving up some money to go to that.
It's about the children. That's all the time we have today. Little Radio Rangers, keep in mind what didn't kill you makes you strong except for bears and murder hornets. Heck, it's right in the name. Ranger Dan out. Next time, say it with me. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Introducing InsuranceChicken.com. Why InsuranceChicken.com? Why not? Another insurance company has a duck, one has an emu, and that other company has a lizard. So InsuranceChicken.com is no more silly than any of those. Is it time for you to cross the road for your insurance? Don't be chicken. Check out InsuranceChicken.com. We'll help you peck out the best insurance rates we can find at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for Water Cooler Talk with Mr. Dan Farris, and he's back in the newsroom here with stack of news, and you look concerned, Dan. What is this?
Well, it kind of reaches deeper than that. The other day we announced that, and other people in the media around town, that the Sioux Falls public pools are not.
Ranger Dan was just talking
about.
And literally tens of thousands of kids and adults are not going to be able to swim, and there are six public municipal pools. Outdoor pools, okay? And here's some of the stats. Last year, for instance, city's indoor, because you got the aquatic center over there.
Yeah.
Had approximately almost 400,000 visitors last year.
Oh, wow.
About half of those were at the Midco Aquatic Center.
Okay.
Now, what this means, of course, is now all these pools need lifeguards.
Yeah.
Right.
And those are primarily younger folks.
Usually.
So let's say out of those 6 municipal pools, maybe all told there's 50 or 60 lifeguards.
Yeah.
And so there's payroll for that, so that's not going to get paid. Then there's not going to be any water expenses because water ain't going into them. Then you don't have the maintenance, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So it costs a lot of money to run those things.
So they're going to save some coin by not opening.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So taxpayers should expect a refund.
Well, then...
No, taxes are down, or tax income is down right now.
I was going to say, because of the Chinese virus...
Yeah.
The tax base has dwindled quite a bit. Everything
Down a lot.
From tourism, hotel and
gambling,
entertainment
everything.
tax, what the city gets a piece of. I mean, it's pretty crazy. But still, those dollars were budgeted for these facilities.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm getting at because, again, I very seldom make anything about me because I'm just not that guy.
No, I know. You're very selfless.
But to take just a small percentage of this... and put my bridge back up over at Dunham Park.
That would be super.
Hey, there we go, Dunham Park Bridge.
Over Skunk Creek.
I think what we should do is we just set a date and we go build a bridge. If they don't want our bridge, they can put their own up, but let's build a bridge.
We know how.
We do.
Can't
Do we know how?
Well, I can figure it
it
out.
out.
There's got to be a tutorial on YouTube somewhere.
video somewhere. How to build a bridge.
Can't be that darn hard. So but yeah, what a bum out. And now they're trying to figure out ways to keep, because it's been kind of brutal. A lot of parents end up staying at home for the past several months, and the kids aren't going to school, and now they've got a summer where one of the big outlets is going to the pools. Let's face it. That's all there is to it, and now you can't do that. So they're going, well, we're trying to figure out some alternative programming in partnerships with like the Siouxland Public Library system. You know what? If I'm 9 and my mom's going, go to the library
for the day. No thanks.
Well, I'm going to just throw this out there. I don't know if you guys know this. It's a little-known secret. Just west of here, there's a place called Wild Water West.
But capacity's only so much.
That's right. And
think that'll be
and I bet they're going to have to follow CDC guidelines as well. So
And then you're looking for a lot of
they
people.
won't even be able to be open to full capacity.
Then you're looking for transportation.
Yeah,
Where a lot of these pools, the kids could bike to them or walk
That's
to
true.
them, or
Yeah, that's right.
so whatever. Or man, it just goes from bad to worse.
Well,
It
you'd
just
think
does.
that they could say, hey, let's open one pool. Like, just one. You said half those people were going to the Midco Aquatic Center anyway. So if half the people were going to that one, if they say, let's just open that one, so we still have one. But again, I'm not the one in charge, so what does it matter to me?
Yeah,
I'll stay out of this.
I'm not. There's just a lot going on here. The hits just keep on coming.
Well, thank goodness we have some good news
Awesome.
coming up, because you're kind of bumming me out over there, Dan.
I don't mean to bum you out. I mean, I look at my blessings. I mean, my kids are grown up. I don't have a dog in this fight.
Yeah, same here.
But I can feel other people's pain.
Absolutely. I agree.
You know, and hey, as the summer goes on, Mom and Dad, if you want to drop your kids at my place in short order, I can teach them how to use the lawn equipment. And
Nice.
You're a giver, Dan.
seal coat the driveway, get a few things done, maybe make a few bucks.
Been hanging out with Ranger Dan. It feels like there's going to be a summer camp coming or something.
I'm an idea guy, John.
No, you are.
Glass is always half full.
Got to keep you two away from each other. It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris. Thanks for listening on a Wednesday.
Anybody else about ready for a vacation?
This October, we're going to Cancun for an amazing event called The Sands.
Awesome music from Billy Idol, Belinda Carlisle, Cheap Trick, and so many more.
This event happens at the end of October, so when everything blows over, we're all going to need a vacation. So join us for this one.
We've been to this event the last 3 years, met some amazing people, and it is so much fun.
Get all of the information and get your spot reserved to join us at thesands.rocks.
That's thesands.rocks.
Time now for a bright spot of news brought to you by Paul's Designer Showroom. Got a lot of great things happening in the Sioux Empire, but I want to take a moment right now to invite you to share the good news you know about. You can find a post on our Facebook page, facebook.com/sunnyradio, and another one at facebook.com/Sioux Falls News, and you'll see the bright spot of news info there. But I'm encouraging you to let me know about the positive things happening in your world. A lot of great things that are happening, and like I said, I get press releases about some of them, but I don't find out about a lot of the great things that are happening, because here's the really interesting and cool thing. A lot of people who do amazing things, they're not doing it for the credit. They're not doing it because they want everybody to say, hey, congrats, look at you. They're doing it because they know it's the right thing to do. So if you know somebody doing something awesome and you'd like to maybe shine the sunny spotlight on them, reach out to us and let us know. And we would love to make them, whether they'll chat with us and do an interview, or if we just talk about the positive things happening in our community, we'd like to make them the subject of our next bright spot of news, brought to you by our good friends at Paul's Designer Showroom. Thank you so much for listening on a Wednesday.
It's a tough time, but we will get through this together. If you have the means, we encourage you to participate in the gift card challenge. That's a simple thing you can do to help people around you. Just buy a gift card from one of your favorite local businesses, then use it when things get back to normal. Or be a rock star and give it to someone working on the front lines to keep us safe. Either way, when you buy the gift card, post a photo on social media with #GiftCardChallenge. Learn more at giftcardchallenge.org.
Time now for entertainment news of the day with Mr. Dan Farris.
Oh, because celebrities are fabulous. I don't know how we get through these unprecedented times without
We wouldn't.
your favorite singers, actors, and all-around groovy people making it happen. This is not really such a case. This is kind of good news. Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Oh, yeah.
believe it or not, gonna be a grandfather.
Nice.
And the
Congratulations.
bloodlines are pretty interesting.
Yeah.
During Monday's at-home episode of The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, Arnold couldn't help but gush over the news that his daughter, Katherine Schwarzenegger, and her husband, Chris Pratt, who I really like,
I do too.
expecting their first child together sometime this summer. Old Arnold wasn't real clear on the dates or anything else, but he just thinks it's the coolest thing ever. Quoting Arnold, "Yeah, can you believe that? I mean, that is really exciting news that Katherine now, this is an exact quote, that Katherine now, be pregnant and have a baby."
English is not his first
Arnold,
language.
how long have you been in America, Arnold?
35 years, but who's counting?
Wow. How'd you like to be the script supervisor in one of his movies?
Yeah.
Take 93.
Cut.
English, Arnold. I don't know when exactly, sometime this summer. And inevitably, I'm really looking forward to playing around with whatever it is and have some fun.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be a baby, I'm assuming. But
This is what Arnold said. But then he started talking about the bloodlines, which is interesting. He says, yeah, it's pretty fascinating because you've got Kennedy blood
yeah,
Right.
involved in this because his
wife.
his former wife,
Maria Shriver.
was of Kennedy heritage. And then you got Schwarzenegger, and then you got Chris Pratt. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only one, boy, I'd be a little cautious about is the Kennedy blood. Things just don't seem to end well.
They really don't.
They
It's
don't.
unfortunate.
That family's blessed. There have been some mishaps.
The family's mishaps.
There's been a few mishaps.
I thought, John, well, it's just a scratch. No, your leg is gone.
I'm just saying. All in all, they've been pretty blessed.
Some mishaps.
What do you...
Wow.
Most parts.
Wow.
Minus a few things. Major things. But
Good luck to Grandpa.
I'm a glass half full guy, Dan.
Grandpa Terminator. Oh, man.
Well, you done? Trying to make things sad and sappy in here?
Oh, I wish I had all the blessings that Kennedy family had.
Wow. It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you exclusively now by Notary Barn.
It's the craziest notary event of the year. It's Crazy Days at Notary Barn at Lake Lorraine. Not really a lake. The Notary Barn has gone crazy, and you're going to get crazy savings on everything notary. Save 50% on marriage license applications, up to 60% on last will and testament notarizations. Buy 4 gun permit notarizations, and your 5th one is free. But that's not all. There'll be free balloons and face stamping for the kids. A free seminar on notaries through the ages, hosted by Notary Barn Assistant Manager Karen Lindquist. Plus, world-renowned notary and author Heidi Jean will be doing a book signing of her new controversial best-selling memoir, Rubber Stamping and Back Alley Vamping. Crazy Days at the Notary Barn. One day only, this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The Notary Barn at Lake Lorraine. Not really a lake. South Marion Road, Sioux Falls.
Now, more than ever, you need a credit card that offers what you need. Some cards have high rates. Some have annual fees. Some are just not very good. Usually people sign up for these when it's all they qualify for. If you've done that, it may be time to get a better credit card. Over time, your situation changes. You may qualify for a better credit card. Your current card probably won't tell you, but our site shows you many options to see if there's a better credit card for you. Check it out for free at bettercreditcards.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Wednesday, May 20th. Tuesday's market across the major indices is an example of something investors need to be prepared for: news-driven volatility. A report from Stat News raised concerns about the results from a recently conducted study of Moderna's potential COVID-19 vaccine. Regardless of the efficacy of the vaccine, the news was enough to send shares lower after rising earlier in the session. At the low of the day, the S&P 500 index was down over 1%. With the first quarter earnings season winding down and little in the way of economic data, this week's news about the pandemic is the only thing left to drive the market. Regarding the data, the minutes from the latest FOMC meeting are not the most important item for traders to watch. The most current data we'll get is the week's jobless claim figures. With the economy slowly reopening, Wall Street wants to see this figure improve. You can get the inside track with Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com.